Dobar dan svima. Hello everyone. I'm here on behalf of ACI. I'm Ivan Kljakovic, project manager of new ACI Sail project. And to begin, thank you all for coming. We would like to play short videos so you take a look what we are talking about. So this is me. As a former Olympian in fin class, after about 20 years of Olympic sailing, I ended here now in front of you, together with ACI, to create something that I believe is really unique. And I'm sure that you will wonder at the beginning, but you will have answers at the end of this presentation. What's it all about? ACI, the company that you are all aware of, we have 22 marinas on Adriatic coast, and we are 36 years old company with a heritage and with a strong vision of the future. So for the moment, we have 22 marinas and we are developing a new future. The brand new marina in Rovinj, which was renovated together with the Grand Hotel Park, is the first 5-star and 5 anchors marina and the whole resort as one in Croatia, which since last year is here opened for new high-end guests, for the people who know a little bit more about yachting and luxury yachting than we in Croatia could offer until now. ACI as a company has a strong heritage and strong DNA with the sailing. Since 1997, we've been collaborating with match racing and with the best and the most recognized sailing experts, such as Russell Coutts, Tim Barker, Dennis Conner, Peter Gilmour, and all other professional sailors who I believe you all know, and you all heard of these, let's say, golden era and golden time of ACI back in late 80s and early 2000s, let's say. Since then, the ACI was looking for a new step ahead, and the company was trying to reinvent, let's say, the new image of yachting and sailing within ACI. So we were thinking and brainstorming within the company for last 2 years, trying to find the best possible blend and to see how we can figure out how we can bring all these bits and pieces together to connect new era of investments in ACI, to enhance the image of the company to the wider public, to the yachtsmen, and how to do it all with our roots and with the sailing as a DNA, as a part of our history. We are all aware what is about yachting in the world. The most advanced and most distinguished individuals from all over the world are using and exploiting yachting and sailing as a sport of the choice. We are all aware, like for instance, in Porto Cervo, which kind of events and which kind of regattas they organize, such as Copa del Rey as well, this one in Palma de Mallorca, and all events which happen over there in the Med, like in here in Monte Carlo and Monaco. So ACI was wondering how we can do it all together, what we can do to bring these clients a little bit more close to the Adriatic Sea, to Croatia, to ACI. And then we also came to a point that in Croatia, in last 2 decades, charter business was booming, as we see today here. There were so many events, so many brilliant events that have been organized and who showed that there is so much of demand of racing in Croatia. Over here we see really famous fleet of let's call them a racing boats in Croatia. But all these people who are racing for decades over here in Adriatic, they are hungry for more. So we understood that there is a lot of potential in existing clients in Croatia. There is a lot of potential in existing clients in the Med and in the world who would like to come to Croatia, to Adriatic, to taste and to feel new destination. So we had to find the best possible, I would say, catalyzer to get it all done. So what we did, we were trying to find the perfect boat, something that can get just there. So after months and years of brainstorming, asking questions and getting wrong answers, we finally got the right one. We actually found that Nautus One created new boat, visionary boat, that would just fit in these voids, that was just connecting all these dots in the same image that we were trying to create ourselves. The boat that is innovative, that is different, that has a strong heritage, such as ACI as well. So complementing all our targets, what we were trying to achieve. We thought, let's do something different. Let's do something that is going to turn the world of yachting and sailing upside down, that is going to create new demand, that will give people some different taste of reality. Ownership of the boat, as we all know here in charter community, is something that is coming more and more rare. So the people are more opting for chartering of the boats instead of owning them, because ownership is expensive, it's time consuming, it's not something that people are really keen to go for. So everyone is trying to use their own money and their own time the best possible way. So what we found is actually giving the people what they need, feeding their hunger for sailing and for high-performance sailing in a blend of great boat, great location, and already existing environment for racing and for yachting. This is it. This is her. This is Club Swan 36. The, I would say, weapon of choice for this project. Something that has come up from genius brain of Juan K., Argentinian designer who was involved in last 20 years in all sorts of high-performance racing boats, from Olympic dinghies to America's Cup, Volvo Ocean Race, IMOCA 60s, and all other boats. And in last couple of like 7-8 years was involved heavily with Nautus Swan. And the last creature and last toy actually was 36. What he did was, in my opinion, as a, I would say, decently good sailor, is beautifully balanced, highly performing sailing boat that is just in between the big boat and dinghy. What we see here on this picture, you can see how flat surface of the hull, really wide boat, super narrow keel fin that is like at the edge of physics. When you look at drawings of this boat, you would wonder yourself, do I know enough about engineering and boat building? Because this is just breaking laws of physics. The keel is so deep, the bulb of the keel is so heavy, so the ratio between the keel and the whole boat is almost 50-50. So the righting moment of this boat is enormous. Plus, with the sail area that is much bigger than for any boat of her size, she gives so many horsepower per the weight, such like you would compare, let's say, to racing sports cars, that she's maybe 50% or even more powerful than a boat of equivalent size of normal traditional sailboat that we know. Yet again, she's really safe. So the point what we wanted to achieve is actually having the boat that is high performance, that is innovative, that combines the latest technologies, fast, but really, really safe and reliable for the crew, for helmsmen, especially for guests that we are going to have on board. You'll hear what we are aiming for this later on. Talking about the boat, I would say that today we all know what is foiling. So foiling is something that's been coming in reality. Actually, it's not so latest. It's invention that came maybe 60s in last century. So there is almost 50 years of foiling technology that is available in the sailboats. But since the last couple of America's Cup, since 2013, it's being like the must-have on new high-performance, new era boats. So what they did actually, you can see the rotating sea foil that is one single piece that's embedded inside the hull in a watertight case. So the water is not coming inside the boat, it's really 100% watertight. But the beauty about this kind of foil is that it generates side forces, so the boat performs really well. And the most important, the boat on a, let's say, management side and on mooring side, it's a normal traditional boat. So you can still put, like, when you put the boat in horizontal, you just put a couple of fenders around and the boat is normal. You don't have any other foils popping out of the water, coming in the way that you don't tangle mooring lines. You don't get in any kind of trouble like hitting other boat on the mooring. So berthing of this boat is like any other traditional boat. So in a way, they made so many things that they wanted to compromise on one aspect, but still making sure that the boat is really, really high performance. So in the end, the boat speed, what we already achieved during testing and regattas, is well above 20 knots. And I have to say that boat was still not pushed near the limits. So everything was still sailed really on like low level of pressure for the boat. So I really believe, and what Juan said, that the boat is capable of 35 knots. I would like to test her properly, but let's keep it for next couple of months this winter.
What's the upwind speed?
The upwind speed, it's between 7 and 8 knots, but what is the most important thing, that there is zero leeway. Because of the asymmetrical design of the foil, the angle of attack on the foil is actually 0 degrees. And this way it creates lift without any side effect, without any leeway. So basically what we experience sailing with other boats which are, we believe, faster than us. For instance, in last Jabuka regatta, we were just going like half a knot or even a knot faster than class 40, than FAR 40, but we were sailing like 4 or 5 degrees higher, which is immense. So when you compare her to normal traditional boat, the angle is totally different. And actually you put your bow down, you point lower, but you are just going, you're going straight, while other boats are actually just going leeway. So this way the compensation is enormous. And we are talking about just normal boat. So she's not dangerous, she's not any way on a level of hazard, it's 0. She sails easily with a short-handed crew of 2 or 3 people, so you don't need crew of 10 people on board. So when you are talking about normal events that we are having in Croatia, you can still have this boat racing with any other boat, with a couple of clients on the boat that have no idea of sailing, and I'm sure that you're going to perform much better than you would expect. So what do we offer with the boat? First of all, ACI Sail has purchased 6 of these, and the boats are going to be fully ready for the next season. So far we have 2. The third one is about to get shipped, and Tuesday next week she's coming to Croatia. All boats are completely equipped with the North Sail's latest 3DI sails. So everything on the boat is done on the maximum possible level of today's technologies. So we offer nothing but the best. The sailors and the crew who's going to be in charge of these boats are going to be and are perfectly selected, and I would say really carefully managed. Myself, I'm the project manager, and I believe that there is no faults to be taken on this project. So we are all aware of that. ACI is a company that is looking only for perfection, and we are looking to deliver just the perfect product in every single way. All additional activities are going to be covered. So when we are talking about services from the ACI Sail, we're going to do and provide everything from the professional shore team, from all deliveries, whether we are talking about Adriatic or any other place in Europe. We're gonna make sure that boats arrive on time, get ready, perfectly prepared for the event you need. So, talking about activities, we are together with Now to Swan. We created actually unique training center, which is innovative in a way that the platform that we want to offer is actually what I said before. We want to save something that is most valuable today to people. That's time and money. So what do? Actually, people today, when we are talking about racing circuit, they are investing so much money that you cannot imagine. So someone who is, for instance, having TP52 or RC44, we are talking about 1 million euros at least for a year of racing, at least. So this is like a starting entrance fee that you wanna have a season of 5 or 6 regattas with all the crew and all costs covered. So what we offer is cutting these costs barely to a half without single worry for the client. So all the client needs is actually a wish of time when he wants to use the boat. And our deal is to get it done. Our deal is to deliver the boat perfectly ready and prepared for the race, and plus to teach these people how to use the boat through our training center. So together with Nautor, we created the training center in Split, in ACI Marina, in all famous Split, where we're gonna have 6 of these ready for winter training starting from March next year. And then we're gonna continue racing these boats at already existing racing events of Club Swan League. Regatta charter is something that we are talking heavily with Swan owners already existing and with potential owners for the next season. So far, we already have many clients interested, and some of them already booked the boats. So we believe that next year we're going to have extensively shipping and racing these boats in the Med, in all Club Swan events like in Palma Vela, Giraglia, Rolex Swan Cup, in World Championship in Scarlino, Copa del Rey, and etc. So for the next season, we really believe that we're going to be really busy on the Mediterranean circuit. But in the end, what we are talking about for Croatian clients, for Croatian people, and you in the end, is the possibility to organize corporate regattas and team building events. So this is something that we are developing together with our partners in Croatia, with the best and most distinguished travel agencies and partners, in a way to deliver something that is on the edge of, I would say, sporty sailing and really nice atmosphere and pleasure for the guests. So the idea is to run complete all-inclusive packages for the clients, for corporate clients, through corporate regattas and through team building events. But we're going to come up with more offers soon, and which are basically being ready, but we just wait for a couple of confirmations to be done. In the end, ACI has been proving this project since the early stages. We already started all our negotiations with Nautor last spring. We made sure that we bring all these events to Croatia as well. So part of the deal is actually to create all these events also in Croatia. We want to bring high-level racing, high-level yachting to Croatia, and we believe that Nautor as a partner is one of the best, if not the best in the planet at the moment, to do so. And we are really looking forward to welcome you as well in next couple of years, that we're going to start up from next season and continuing in next, I would say, 3 to 5 years to bring the major Swan event to Croatia. ACI Sail has been part of the racing circuit already. We took first event in Palma de Mallorca at the Nations Trophy, which was in early October. We were racing against, I would say, targeted clients in this case. We can speak about people like Leonardo Ferragamo, who is the owner of Nauto Swan, and his family. Guys like Pierluigi Loropiana, who is one of the most distinguished yachtsmen in the world. We all know about him and his passion about yachting and sailing. Not to mention the member of royal family from Norway. So we are talking of putting Croatia and ACI in between the top of the existing sailing enthusiasts in the world. And we are now working strongly with Nautor to bring all these people to Croatia. So we really believe that in the next couple of years, we're going to see all these faces more often in Croatia, and that ACI is going to become a strong partner for all these clients. And I believe that we are all looking forward for the same future. We also proved that boats are not a fiction, and we proved that boats are fast. Last week we had, I would say, baptism of fire for the boat and for the project in Jabuka Regatta in Vodice. We teamed up with partners from Nauto Swan on our boat, and second boat was chartered from a fellow client from Czech Republic. And I have to say, I was personally involved on this event. I was really enjoying my life on board, but I'm sure that next seasons with many more boats to come are going to be even more interesting. So in the end, I would like to play you a short video so you can witness yourself how it looks on board. Any questions? I'm here. How much what? The price of the boat for a day is 1,760 euros without VAT, including sales, of course. I mean, we are talking about racing sales. It's not any additional cost, clearly.
I just want to say we have 24 slides.
Thank you. Thanks, Mario. Okay, thanks for your patience and for allowing me to present you ACI and ACI Sail. Once again, thank you.